Same thing with Diddy being married. A chick, if you get money, a chick do not give a fuck if you married,
Yeah,
and she
yeah,
don't
yeah.
give a fuck if
If
you
if it benefits her, yeah,
exactly. And then that's another thing too. You look at a lot of polygamy, a lot of these polygamy trends going on. This is a big thing. There's a lot of women they do not care. You getting that bread, they down to do certain things. And yeah, like I feel like that's pretty much what she did. She essentially tried to fuck her way to the top. Oh, and here's another thing too. After they do these things, after it's all said and done, if she feels like she was slighted or she it didn't go exactly how she wanted, they're the victim. The minute something don't go exactly how they want, they're the victim. They instantly play the victim card.
okay,
Instantly. They're the only ones that get a chance to do this shit. But yeah, so that's why I have to look at this case like with the side eye, because it's like, yo, I would, in order for me to look at her like the complete victim, I would literally have to erase everything I know.
okay,
Like all the background info I know, all the working knowledge that I already currently have. I would have to be completely blind to everything that I've seen women do throughout the course of my life. And I
yeah,
can't do that. I can't do that looking at this case. But as far as her not having the ability to leave, okay, there's a lot of people who do foul shit or have negative. They get involved in foul lifestyle and then they can't leave.
yeah,
Like, what make you different? Like
yeah,
they're like, I'm gonna use a cartel for example. If you a dude and you start working for the cartel, or whatever, and then all of a sudden you feel like, oh, I made enough money, I want to quit. Nigga, ain't no quitting.
yeah, for sure.
Like you're not walking away from this. And now that's a little extreme, so I'm gonna come back. But yeah, it's like I don't know. I can't. I don't know. I gotta look at her with the side eye, man. I don't. I'm
So,
not necessarily.
but you said though, but in the same breath though, you said like all right, but if there was domestic violence, you understand that, but like,
Oh yeah,
but doesn't the element of violence isn't that you don't think that contributes to like her feelings of like maybe feeling like she can't leave or like she has to do some of these acts and they might not be totally consensual because there is that like real life threat of violence
oh
there,
yeah,
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
And like maybe when she does get out, it's maybe she already had like some type of evidence to like corroborate or prove what she had kind of going like what was happening, whatever. And like he knew like, all right, I can't hold her on. I can't hold on to her anymore because I mean
Yeah,
she got the smoking gun. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And then yeah, then she dropped the civil. I mean, then she came out with the civil suit. You know what I mean? It was like, all right,
Hmm.
like I ain't gonna. It's too late to get you charged for some of this stuff, but like nah,
Yeah.
like I need my paper now because like you did all this whatever now. And again, it does get a little it is murky. I'm not gonna say it's not clear cut. Like I wouldn't say it's clear cut like like she's fully innocent and like she played no role in anything. But at the
Yeah.
same time, like I feel like if you're gonna say like oh but if it's yeah I understand domestic violence but like that's probably the violence is probably what kind of kept a lot of that shit going. I mean I don't know.
So okay, and then here's another thing too. So right, think about this, and we could use niggas that's not even as powerful as Diddy. We could just
Sure.
use typical in every hood. You got drug dealers that get money. They might smack their bitch up. They might shoot niggas, kill niggas, whatever. Bitches be already knowing this before getting with the dude. They
Okay.
already know he in this life. So again, like it's like too too much of what too much of what they do is they look for the easy way out, and then they want to benefit off certain things, no matter how negative it can get. And then when it gets that way, now they want to be a victim. But it's like you're a volunteer. And a lot of times, dudes that live this life, this shit turn bitches on. Like there are a
Mm.
lot of women who love this dark, these men with this dark nature or this dark way of being, way of living. They're
Hmm.
attracted to it since the beginning of time.
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
yeah, so and I don't know, I just got a problem with people because one thing about me, I've been myself my whole life. I don't co-sign things I don't truly believe in.
Okay.
Women in general, if you give them enough money, enough clout, or if you got enough power, their opinions will become your opinions. Or I'm
Yeah.
sorry, your opinion will become their opinion, and like I said, they just be with it. And to go back on what you said, do you think maybe violence was the thing that kept her there? I feel like it might have played a role, but I think his money, power, and fame that she could benefit off of, it played a much larger role while she stayed.
Okay. Okay.
I feel like it's probably 80-20. 80% she can't give up that lifestyle. There's nobody bigger than Diddy, essentially, at least in our industry.
Yeah.
She most likely ain't gonna do nothing better than Diddy as far as money, power, and fame wise. I think that played probably 80% role. Maybe I could even go 60. I'll go as low as 60.
Okay.
Then maybe 30 or 40 might be physical violence. And yeah, and then here's the thing too. Yeah, I feel like, yeah, I just feel like the main thing keeping her was that money, power, and fame.
Okay. So
Money, power, and fame.
so it's funny you said that ratio 80-20. I had seen this like reaction to it was basically like, oh, people saying that like why didn't she leave? And then it was just like a lot of women that like have gone through like different like battered situations, and it was a slide thing, whatever. And you could see like all these different women like reacting. And one of the things this one woman said, she was like, yeah, because well, it was 80% of the time he was a nice guy. You know what I mean? Whatever. It was that 20% that like that turned him, where he turned into a monster, so to speak,
Yeah.
or and then there was like another woman that was saying like because like she was holding out hope that like he
Sunken
was
false fallacy.
what's up?
That's what I meant to say too. Is that it's that sunken cost fallacy.
Oh,
Once you invest a certain amount of time or energy into a situation, you start to kind of chase it. Like even if
yeah.
you feel like that investment is going bad, you keep trying to pour more into it
Yep.
because
Yep.
it's easier to do that than to just leave.
Yep.
But go
Yeah.
ahead.
Yeah, no, no, but like yeah, she was basically saying like how like she just was holding out hope that like it could get better. Another
Mhm.
woman was like, I didn't want to leave because they felt like another woman was gonna get the best version of him that she didn't get, whatever, you know what I mean? And like, and so again, some of that I ain't gonna lie though, man. I think part of it is some of our like, and this is more just be about men, like our just the way our brains are made up. Like, yes, it's hard to even put yourself into a lot of these different shoes because our brains ain't wired that way, bro. Like we need not neither one of us. Like it don't matter even how no matter how weak you are as a man, whatever. Like, bro, most men would not be in caught dead in a lot of these situations, whatever, because we just have a different fabric, man. We just have a different wiring to our brains, whatever. So it is hard to like even like fully just like take yourself out of it and be like, oh yeah, I mean, she should be able to do this, she should be able to do that, whatever. But like, I just think like there's I think we do gotta take that into consideration that like they are different, bro. They different than us, man, and they,
Well, here's the
some
thing too. They're absolutely different, but also how much of their difference is just by societal norms. So like I'm gonna give you a
okay,
prime
okay,
example, right? Let's remove her from the situation, put me in the situation. She had dreams of being a recording artist. Okay, I had dreams of going to the NBA. Let's just say hypothetically there was some attractive woman who owned the Lakers, and she wanted to be with me. And if I was to be with her, she was gonna give me a rookie contract for the Lakers. But in return, I got to do a bunch of freak shit like fuck fat bitches and maybe fuck a couple niggas here and there. But I get a max contract. I don't care if fuck it was a rookie contract or a max contract. You're not gonna get me to fuck a bunch of fat bitches and maybe a couple niggas here and there. You're not gonna get me to do this. I don't give a fuck about no. I don't give
yeah,
a fuck
yeah,
about basketball
exactly,
that
yeah,
much.
because you got that
Yeah,
integrity, yeah.
yeah. It's just like you're not paying. There, I've never. You could not get me to do nothing freaky for no money.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, nah, facts.
but and also now you could say maybe that's because oh you're a man and you're wired a certain way. Yeah, but also here's another thing too. I'm cool with things not going my way. So like I don't care if I chase a dream and I don't get it. That's fine. I'm gonna go get a job. Ain't no big deal. A lot of women, they like I said, a lot of them they get in a situation where something don't go their way. They're gonna look for the easy way out, and it's
Okay,
gonna be a man. And it's
yeah,
gonna be a man, and they gonna accept whatever come with it. And they also know they could turn around and point their finger. See, as a man, you can't point no finger at nobody.
you're right.
I can't go be with this woman, and this woman got me doing all types of freaky shit. And then I'll say, oh, well, that was the only way she was gonna let me play for the Lakers. And then, bro, don't nobody want to hear that. You out here doing being freaky, doing like it's like I can't. I'm be honest with you. This shit is like so outside of my mind because I don't know, man. And that's the thing that killed me. It's like it's just too much finger pointing that they got too much opportunities to point a finger. They can literally do whatever they want and turn around and point the finger, and act like they don't know. And that's 22. She was 22, bro. I was 22 before, bro.
Yeah,
I wasn't willing to do no crazy shit like that. You know what I
yeah,
mean? So I
yeah.
don't know. That's a tough one for me.
Yeah, no, I get it. Like when you saying the easy way out, like yeah. So if a woman is down and out, like as we see it today in society, if a woman is down and out, she ain't got no career plan, she don't know what the fuck she doing. You know, she could always make some money. Why could she always make? Because she could fucking bust it wide open and she could start a OF or she
Yeah.
could hit them streets and stuff like that. So, but like, yeah, like on some individualistic type stuff, like, nah, I know what I see what you're saying there with the, because we seen it, you know what I mean? Like these women that don't got no skills and nothing, and then they be like, all right, well, and then they get a little bit of paper doing that type of stuff, and then they feel like they're a boss, and it's like you still a hoe, like yeah, I mean, like you still, so I feel that, I feel that. I just think though, like with this situation though, like again, man, like, and again, the way they making it seem like this, yeah, like, and we've established that he has some level of power. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And again, we can go down rabbit holes and conspiracies and say like, oh, but like, yo, how you know this nigga don't got cops on payroll? How you know this
Yeah.
nigga don't got, you know what I mean, people that's like looking the other way,
Yeah.
erasing surveillance footage, you know what I'm saying? Whatever, like, and just or you know what I mean, if you are that scared of somebody with power, like, all right, yo, I could disappear off this earth and like
Hmm.
he could make that shit go away. Like I think that's what they're trying to essentially establish. I don't necessarily in this case, I think maybe even court of public opinion, I think people are trying
Yeah.
to establish that like nah, like this guy, he was like a mob boss, like for he was my,
Yeah.
and but the thing is though, it's that's not that far fetched, because when we look at Diddy, people saying he was doing this to men. Like obviously he was cheating people out of contracts, but like
Yeah.
people accuse him of being the one that is, for Biggie's death or for Pac's death. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like so it's not out there, if he's doing that type of stuff on the male side,
Yeah.
is it that far fetched that he could be doing this stuff and some little chick is scared? Yeah.